Hi, I hope you'll join me today as I create some beautiful sunflower tags. However, they did not start off very pretty. In fact, they started off rather chaotically. So let me show you how I went from doing this to these, some beautiful sunflower tags. I hope you'll join me. Hello everyone, Marie from Crafty Landing back with you today. Before I go on, I'm really sorry if the video is a little bit dark. After having a fabulous summer, it looks like autumn has arrived. It's very dark and gloomy outside. So I have got my overhead lighting on here, but I still feel that it might be dark, so I do apologise for that. But I'm with you today for Out with a Bang collaboration. This is my second video. This collaboration has been hosted by Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors and Julie from Julie's Papercraft. It runs throughout August, and all the participants, so everyone who's been in the collaboration and have a video for you, will be linked below in my description. So yep, go along. I think my first video was day 8. Yes, it was day 8. So go over and have a look at that. But here are all the collaborators, and we're nearing the end of August. So I'm day 27, and my prompt is collaged chaos. Now, today is literally the 26th, and my video goes out tomorrow. I have mulled and mulled and mulled my prompt over because chaotic just is not me. I can't. Nope. The most chaotic thing I might do in my journals is tear some paper. I'm really, really not good at chaos. So even in my life, I'm organized. I used to teach, so say no more. So yeah, I've had to think outside the box. I wasn't going to ask Julie and Mandy if I could have a different prompt. I I like a challenge, so I'm going to go with it. So this is my idea, and I've done a prototype, but you will see that what I'm going to do with you today is probably going to be a little bit different. So don't look chaos to you, do they? No, they don't to me either. So I'm going to jazz the ones I make with you up today, and we're going to make them a little bit chaotic. So chaos collage. So the first thing I will want to do is some collaging, but I'm going to make what we're going to collage with a little bit chaotic. So bear with me. Bear with me. Let me put these somewhere where I might be able to reach them. If you like non-chaotic things, then this style might be for you. Let me just quickly show them. Tags using Julie's kit. But I am going to today with you attempt some chaotic. Yes, attempt some chaos. So I have inks, blending inks, distress inks. Oh, and this one, scattered straw. I have some archival inks. Okay, the difference, they are water reactive. They are pigmented, so permanent. Archival ink means that it will be permanent. So you can do mixed media, stamp with these, and if you throw water, paint, it will be fine because these are archival. Light stays on really. So archival ink. So I've chosen some archival ink colours. Right. The other things you can't see, which I'm about to show you. So I've got some inks, and I also have a pot, a spatula, some modelling paste, some white acrylic paint, and some stencils. So this is my attempt at being chaotic. Chaotic. Yeah, it's already chaos because I can't say the right word. I'm getting nervous, so bear with me. Right, so I've got those as well. So we need to do a bit. I'm going to move those. No, we won't use those first. So, and with my inks, I have some stamps to use. So I've pulled out some stamps that I might use. Might use that one there. That's quite good. Not sure about that one. Oh, I might use that one there. That's why I pulled it out. And I've got some flowers in there which I might use. And I kind of might use things like this every now and then. So we'll see. We'll see. So I have some stamps. Right. Okay. So I'm using Julie's heirloom and... Oh, hang on. I've forgotten the names of them. I knew I would. That's why I've written them down. I'm using Julie's, which is heirloom sunflowers kit. And Mandy, Sunflowers and Doors, her kit is called Bee Loved Memories. So bee as in bee. So that kit has bees and honeycomb, so all things like that. But today I'm using Julie's heirloom sunflowers, sunflower heirloom, whichever way around it is. I've chosen some backing papers in different colours. So that's like a pinky purpley one, greeny blue with a bit of that mustardy colour, and the golden mustard. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is jazz them up, make them chaotic. Okay, so let's get to it. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to start with some stamping because I know that I've got archival ink, so it won't go anywhere. Let's see how I get on with this one. I don't want the stamped images to be particularly precise, as in I just want maybe a bit of it. So we've got a golden mustard colour. What colour archival ink shall I use on here? I'm going to go with the, let's do a bit of green, peeled paint. So these are exactly the same colours as Tim Holtz Distress Inks, but these are archival ones. But they're the same colour that you find. Oh, I'm hoping. Oh, yep, okay. So, oh, now I've got a bit of something in there that I don't want. Where's my cloth? Some of that ink pad has, there we go. Right, so I've only done the bottom bit. I've only inked a little bit there. So I'm just going to be there. Can you see? Oh, lush. That will be all right. Okay, let me come up around here a bit. So are you joining in with anything? Have any of the videos inspired you to have a go at something? I'm liking this. Right, let's just do one more of this stamp. I might want to go down here somewhere. Oh, lush. Look. Okay, right. Keep that one out. And actually, am I going to do the same? This is another decision I need to make. Same stamp, but do I want to stick with green? It may not show up on this one. So let me move the golden one out of the way. I will stick with the green, I think, on the pinky purpley sheet. So I'm just going to go anywhere. Anywhere. Okay. I'm not being precise because my prompt is chaos collage. So I am just really stamping randomly and not the whole stamp. And I'm also turning the stamp round in different positions. Okay, right, that one. And I'm not worried about wiping the colour off the stamp either. Because I want to, oh, I didn't get blue out. Okay, this one's going to have to be, ooh, let's go with the pink. Let's be bold. In that case, I might need to wipe the green off. If a colour is very similar, so if I did use blue, it wouldn't matter that I put the blue on top of the green. Right, let's see what this colour does. What's this one? Pink peony. Okay. This one you can't see very well. Okay, that's not going to work. Let's move that one away. So let's try, I'm going to go with plum. But I know that this one is quite bold colour, so I'm just going to press very lightly. Yeah. I don't want a line, so I'm going to try stamping from the middle now, because I don't want, there, I want like that. I don't want to catch any of the edges around my stamp, because you kind of get a line. I just want to, I'm going to bend the stamp. Do you see what I've just done? Bending the stamp. Oh, that's a big bit. So I'm going to try not to ink around my edges. I'm going to do a bit more here and a bit more up here and maybe down there. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Stop there, stop there. So now all three of those are done in that stamp. So I want to change stamps. So I'm just going to get my packet, stick that back on there for a minute, and then the cover on the top. Right, so I've used that one. That can go to the bottom of the pile. Now, what do you think about that one? Should we try? Is it going to be too big? Let's try. Or do I want something out of there? Let's have a look first. Right, let's have a look. Do I want to stamp? Yeah, I might stamp a flower, you know. So let's get the flower out. Pull that off. God, these are really stuck on there. Let me pull that off. So dig out your inks. See what you've got. And just go for it. That was the one I used before in my video before. So I'm going to use that one again. Let's take that one because I know that that stamps well. And that will be that. Do I want any of these? Nope, I don't want overkill. Let's, oh, why am I putting them in there? They're not going to fit in there, Marie. Right, let's go with those. I need a block. A block is like a, oh, that's a big one. A block is like one of these, an acrylic block where you can pop your stamps on. Right, let's start with this one then, because I know that one is a good one. Right, so let's go back to the beginning. So the beginning was this one. I used the green. So this time, let's use a bit of the sepia. Okay, ink to the stamp. I always take the ink to the stamp, especially when it's polymer. Ooh, oh, lovely. I'm not worried that it hasn't all come out. That's not worrying me at all. And using a clear acrylic block means I can see where I'm positioning the flower. So I can see where I'm actually stamping. I'm going to do one here. Lush. I'm going to do... I always do an odd number, so at the moment I've done 3. That way. So that will be 4, maybe 5, and then switch to the other one in a minute. So there. I want to do one that's sort of half on and half off. Let's do that over here. No, let's do that over here. There. And have I got any left? There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'll see how I go. I'm going to leave it at that. So now we need the other colour. Right, I've used, yep, sepia. That's a new colour. So it shouldn't impact too much on this plum that we used before. Oh no, lovely. Because it's sepia, it's like a brown colour, isn't it? So I am just now randomly popping my stamp on. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit off the paper here. 1, 2, 3. The 4. One more kind of up here, I think. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop, I'm going to do 5. Lovely. That one. And now we need the pinky purple one. So same stamp. See the ledger in the background of this one. It's lovely. Julie's background papers are just super. One. 2. 2. Not thinking about it, folks. I am just going for it. 3. Let's turn it round. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 over here, I think. Yep, I'm gonna go for it this way. Don't want to be I'm trying to avoid being in line with a stamp. I want them to be in different places. So I'm not going to go in there because it's too, I'm not going to go there either because then there won't be anything on this side. So I'm just going to make sure, there we go. It's not in line with that one. That one's slightly higher, and then nothing is in line with these. So always when you're stamping randomly, make sure they're not in lines. And also my prompt is chaos, so I'm trying to make it chaotic. So have I done all 3 of those? 1, 2, 3. Yes. So let's change stamp. Let me okay, just get rid of the excess on this one. So I'm just going to move that one out of the way. Now this one looks like it hasn't been used yet, and I think I might use let me get a different color. Bear with, I'm going to turn around to my ink drawer and see what other colors I have got. I have got blue. Let's try it. It's oops, sorry if my microphone went funny then. Right, let's try blue. I'm just going to see first that it's going to work, because sometimes when they're new, yep, lovely, you might need like sellotape or something. They might have like this coating on after they've been made or during when they've been made. So if it's the first time you're using a polymer stamp, maybe get some sellotape and sort of pull anything off and then try stamping with it to see how it goes on a scrappy bit of paper first. Right, let's go back to this one. So I'm going to do some blue flowers this time. Okay, don't mind if they're going to overlap or touch. Woohoo, look at this. Okay. Here. I'm trying to remember to turn the stamp around as well so that the flower is in different orientations. Let's go down here. Lovely. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 4. One more. So I'm going to put one in the middle here, which I might regret later, but I'm going for it. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to leave it at that on that one. So let's bring this one back in. So let's see how the blue shows up on this one. That's the only thing. But if it's in the background, it's in the background. That's all I want. Right, I plonked that one there to try and get rid of that straight line, as in the eye doesn't go to that line And I can see a sort of straight line here. So I'm going to try and put my stamp over that as well, so that it limits what the eye is directed to straight away. This one isn't showing up too well on this one, but it is there. I'll show you in a minute. Can you see that one? I think you might be able to see that one. Guys, how many have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more. One more. Don't want it to be... Yeah, let's go close to that one. Don't think it matters. Okay, let me show you in case you can't see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, so that's that one, and now we need this one. Right, same colour. Going to stick with the blue, which should look quite nice on this one. There. Yep, make sure I press a bit harder. Yep, lovely. Oops. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. Put one in the middle. Offset a little bit. Want one in the middle, but kind of there. But now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I want one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will do. Right, this ink away. I'm done with my stamping, I think. So let me just get rid of any excess ink. Right. Okay, so I think I'm done with my stampings. Although I am going to look just quickly at what little ones I've got here. Sorry about the noise. They're in like a cellophane bag. What about some numbers? That's like got a ones that go across vertically. What about something like that? Let's keep those two out. Or what's that? I don't want to take too many of them out. Right, I'm going to try this one first. But what colour? I have a black, but maybe I want it to be too bold. Shall I go with the green? Let's go with the green again. Let me just see what the green would be like. Yeah, I'm going with the green. Look at that. Oh, lush. Right, this one I do want to keep the way it should be. I don't want to go that in. Or going off the page. Let's do one slightly off the page here. So what's it going to be? Nearly. Let's do it on there. Yep, fab. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do one that's going off the page over there. 5. Lovely. Now I'm going to switch. Okay, no, I'll do the same one I did before. On my one, I'll switch over. So let's try the green. I know you didn't show a bit on this one. So let me... Yep, that's right. Super. It obviously depends on the type of stamp that one has. 1, 2... I find the other one. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yep. So 1, 2, 3. And now a couple that are going off the page. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Right, that's that one. And now this one. Okay, so there. Oh, that's a lot. It's a lot stamp. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, that's stamped done. Let's stamp off the excess. Okay. And now let's do just a couple. Let's just do a couple of these. In green. No, let's do a couple of them in the plum colour. Right, so I'll start with this one this time. Let's just see what it's going to be like. Oh yes, I don't mind, it hasn't all come out. If it does, it doesn't. No, it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. That one, lovely. And now this one. Okay. I might speed this part of the video up. You can't see what I'm doing. Getting a gist of it, I hope. This one might speed up. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one. And now this one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ink up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's do this one. 5. There we go. Super. Get that off. Right, I think we've finished with these inks. Okay. Right, so finished with inks and stamping. Let's put these over here. Okay. Right, so don't need the block. Let's get the block back out of the way. Right. Okay. And these inks can all come back over here out of the way. But now I do want to do a bit of stenciling, I think. Not a lot, but I do feel like I want to stencil, even if it's just a few of these lines that come through, and that's those circles. So I'm going to use this scattered straw first. I have got other colours here. I might use, no, let's use the blue on here a minute. Let's use peacock feathers. Okay, so I'm just going to get a bit of, I don't want it too much. I'm just going to, I've got a normal kitchen sponge here, a scrubber sponge that I've just cut into tiny bits. And I just want to, okay, here and there, just see a bit of the blue come through. Faintly, might need a bit more. Let's try again. Actually, the sponge might not work. I might need a brush. Yeah, I'm going to, oh no, that's coming through. I'm quite happy with that. I just want tiny bits of this blue to come through. Yep, that's okay. Yep, good, good, good. I want a circle here. And this circle. Oh, yes, lovely. That's what I wanted. And now one here coming off the page. Trying not to think about it too much, but I don't want them obviously one on top of the other. That's all I'm going to do on that one. Switch over. Now this colour on this, I'm hoping is going to come through. Let's see. Oh yes, just look at that. Lush. Lushness through and through. I think it's because the ink now is loading up on the sponge. So I'm getting more and more ink on the sponge, which is fabulous. Okay. Are these looking chaotic to you? They are to me. Chaotic collage, and we're just layering. Collage is layering. And at the moment we've layered stamps. We've layered a stenciling. And we're going to do one more layer as well. So that's that one. I'm just looking. No, I'm going to leave it at that. And this one, right, I'm going to do, right, that's this one. Looks like it could do with quite a bit, actually. Don't move it, Marie. You're being a bit too heavy-handed. Gently goes. See that? How lush is that? I'm going to put one over, one there, and one here. Lovely. One, two, one coming off the page down here. One, two, three. Bit of one here. 4, and bit of one here. Lovely. Right. That one. Do I want any more stamping? Nope. I'm going to move my stencil out of the way, move my sponge out of the way, because now I want to do some stenciling. And I'm looking at the time, so I'm just going to do one lot of stenciling and then I'll do the others off camera. Okay, so I'm going to move my first sheet out of the way. I want to bring in my modelling paste, and this is Finnabar Art Basics Modelling Paste Opaque Matte. Now, hopefully I can get this thing open. No, because sometimes I can't get this darn thing open and I have to use something and get up in there. It's stuck. Let me just see if I can, might need to get my craft knife. Oh gosh, right, let's try this one. I just need something to get, it will get stuck, you see, when you start to use it. It gets stuck to the lines, the twisty bit. What's that bit called on something where it's the twisty bit? Oh, that's really not going to shift. Hang on, guys, let me get something that I know will make it. Oh, I don't want to break my knife. And I have. God, that's really tough. Right, I'm going to stop the camera and sort this out, and I'll be back in a minute. Right, we're in. Okay, that took some doing. Right, so I'm going to have a bit of modelling paste. And mine is beginning to dry up a bit here. So I'm just going to... Yeah, it's beginning to get a bit... I'm just going to put some... have I got... Let's put that back. And have I got... I won't tell you what I used to open the lid. It took some effort. But us Cornish girls, we be strong. There you go. With a history of men working down the mines, us Cornish women are, yep, we are made strong. Okay, I think that should be enough. Right, that one out of the way a minute. Let me put that here. Right, I want this to be quite white, and sometimes I find modelling paste is just that off-white, so I'm just going to squeeze some acrylic paint in there and mix it up. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. You can already see the difference, like, oh, sorry, white and then off-white. So it needs a bit of acrylic paint in there to get it the colour I want it to be. Okay, I just want to mix that up a bit. Right. Let's get this one in there. Okay. Yep, get it in there. Right, okay. So now back to my stencils and my sheets, because I want to do a bit of modelling paste over the top. So I'm going to keep the stencil we just used, but I am going to stick with this one, and I'm just going to more chaos, another layer of collaging, and I'm just going to take a little bit and randomly stencil the modelling, go over the stencil with said modelling paste. Okay. Okay, now it might pick up the colour of the blue here, because we didn't use archival for that bit. I used the peacock feathers distressing, and that's water reactive. So some of the blue might come into the modelling paste, but the rest shouldn't, because it was archival ink that we used. So I am just randomly doing a bit of pasting. Got a bit on there. There. It's very, very ad hoc, very, very random. I don't want there to be any rhyme or reason to it, because I just want it to look like chaos, as if it's just been like thrown on there last minute. And let's face it, it has been, because I mould over this prompt. Okay, I'm going to go this way. Same stencil, but I've just moved it slightly. And 1, 2, 3. I just want a bit up here. 1, 2, 3. That'll be 4. And 1, 2, 3. That's quite a big bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. What about a tiny bit? Just, it's not quite dry, it's holding up. Tiny bit here. And again, it might be blue. That's lush. That's one done now. I'm just going to be careful where it is, because that one needs to dry, and I'll be done in a minute. So I'll probably fast forward again on this bit while I'm testing it, okay? So you can see me do it, but you get the idea. I'm going to come over here. Right. Okay, all my stenciling is done. I have washed my stencil out, which you must do after using it every time, especially modelling paste and gesso. So I'm going to... Right, now I'm hoping this is where the magic starts to happen. We want to make some tags. And this was from a plain sheet, a background sheet. And this tag is 3 by, I think it's 6, 7, 3 by 7. However, today I'm going to make them slightly wider, and I want them wider because one of the pictures I'd like to put on is something like this. Okay, before with my original ones, my prototype ones, where have they gone? Yeah, where have they gone? My prototype ones, I used small sizes because I don't know where they've gone. Oh, they're here. Because I shrunk them down. So I printed off 2 to a page to get this size, but I want them quite bigger enough. I don't mind like some of the edges coming off, but to get the main focus in. So I'm going to make mine today. I think, what did I say the other ones were? They were 3 by 7. Height-wise, I think I can do. So what about if I make them 4, 4.5? They would be quite big. Let's go with 4. That would be, I'm just checking. Sorry guys, I'm just checking. I'm going to make this 4 a minute so that I can, it's going to be about that wide. So if I get my picture back, yeah, most of that will go in. So I'm going to make them 4 wide by, let's do 7 tall. 4 wide by 7 tall. So I definitely want 2 that size. So turn your papers over, get your trimmer and trim to the size that you want. So I said 4 by 7 to start with. So I want 4. So I'm just going to 4. Let's just get my 4 first. Right, that one is 4. Let's put it this side. Now another one. Make sure they're the right. Well, actually, it wouldn't matter if it was the wrong way up anyway. You can't see. If you're looking at something, you're going to choose the bit you like. But we just want to randomly, off the edge of each paper, make sure that's the right way up, just trim without looking, because you will, believe me, you'll be looking at your mess and try that's what I would do, and try to find the nicest bit of the mess to use as your tag. So don't, just go for it. I'm out of my comfort zone. I hope you guys are too. Right, what did I say? 4. That's 4. Right, leave that there. So these now are 4, okay, and I said 7. So, ow. Oh no, I not got 7 on my board. Well, okay. Let me just mark for a minute where 7 is going to be on each one. I'm going to use my board here. So 7. Oh, let's see. 7 is going to be there. Okay. So if I go this way and then chop two. Right, I'm still not looking at them. Please still don't look. So you have 1 and 2. So we'll do 2 in a minute. Okay, let's start with 1s. Now this is where the trick happens, okay? I want you to draw 2 lines somewhere. So for instance, you could do straight line there and a straight line down there. You could do it like a Y and then straight line down there, but you need 3 pieces and it doesn't have to be straight. So I'm just going to go like this, and then I'm going to go like that. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Now, you might want paper clips. We could do that. Let me get some paper clips here. Ooh, let's just get a couple of paper clips to hold the papers in place, because you want them, you need them not to move while you're cutting. Okay, right, so I want that bit there, and I also want that bit there. Okay, so hopefully they will help me hold it in place. Get my scissors, and this is where I'm going to cut. Okay, so try and keep all 3 pieces, and remember you might be cutting over some modelling paste, you don't know. Right, that bit. Okay, I'm going to take that off there now. Oop, and put it on here. Okay, right, hold that for me. Yep, and now cut this one. Doesn't matter about the pencil line because you won't see it. Okay, so we have number 1, number 1, number 1. Right, let me take these off carefully. Right now, okay, I'm going to turn them over. Okay, and this is where the magic happened. So you've got pink. Ooh, you've got the blue, ooh, and you've got the gold. Okay, are they in there? Yeah, let me move this one out of the way. So you've got pink, we've got the blue, and oh, that one's upside down. Okay, that's okay. Oh, that's interesting then. Right, so now we've got pink. We don't want pink on pink, so we're going to go pink with the blue. And we don't want blue with blue, so we're going to go blue with the gold. And then we don't want gold on gold, we want a different colour. So we're going to go gold with the pink. We don't want pink with pink. We've got pink there. We need pink there. And we don't want blue on blue. We want blue to come over here. And then finally, the gold. There we go, on there. Look, and we have totally new chaotic tags, beginnings of the tags. I will be trimming off to make it look like a tag. And I will be inking all the sides, and I'll be inking the sides in a scattered straw. I'm going to do that off camera in a minute, and I'm also going to cut myself 3 backings for the tags to stick them on, and I've got some paper here, so I'll cut those to size as well, and I'll probably stick 2 down, cut them out ready to show you, and we'll do the last one together. But hey, we randomly stamped, we randomly stenciled, we randomly modeling pasted, and look, oh yeah, that one's upside down as well, because I had one upside down. Each gold piece is going to be upside down, but hey, that doesn't matter, I can't add that. Right, I shall ink, glue, turn them into a couple of tag shapes, and then I'll come back to you in a minute. Right, so look, it literally is just like putting a jigsaw together. And so you need the 3 different colours, and once the tags are in a pile of that same colour and you then cut them, you've got them in different pieces, so it's like a jigsaw. So I'm literally here now backing it onto my tag that I've cut to the right size, 4 by 7. And to be fair, it doesn't matter if your pieces sort of maybe end up being a bit bigger than the tag base, because you can just cut them down. So I'm just going to quickly get this last one done, and then we'll cut them into tag shapes, and we'll have a bit of a closer look at them. So this one comes down here like that, fits in like that, and I've got a bit of Pritt stick and wet glue, so it helps me have a bit of wiggle room if need be, and I can see a slight gap there, but because I've inked them all, it does not matter. And also, don't forget your focal point. Whatever you cut out to be your focal point on the tag is going to hide that anyway. So yes, I am really pleased with my chaos collage. I don't think you need to see me do any more after I've assembled these and cut them into tags. The collage bit is, you could argue, I suppose, that I haven't really collaged today, but to me I have. I've kind of layered my backing papers with different mediums. So I've collaged, mixed media, but also collage, because I've pieced these together in different colorways, as well as randomly stamping, stenciling, model pasting, and then just hoping and praying that they look less chaotic. And I think they do. I mean, I need to ink round, but I want to make the tag part first. So I think I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to use that piece to cut round my other ones. So, so that one. Oh, Marie, you're making a. I want to make sure I get it right. So that was there. So this way. Making a right meal of this when I don't need to. But I'm not very good at just cutting. I need to make sure it is roughly the same, almost 99.9% the right bit. Yes, lovely. Look at that. So let's do one. So one. And also, oh, I've got the off. Let's do it that way. So that one. Oh, come on. And went like that. So this way. It's going to go like that. Lovely. And final one. I need to cut off like that. And that was like that. So now I need to make sure I do the same on this side. I know I've got like an old credit card thing here somewhere that I've cut corners off. I should just use that, shouldn't I? It's right in front of me. Yeah. If you look at what's inside this. So I've got an old credit card. If you cut corners off, you can use that as a template for any kind of tag. Right, let's get rid of these little bits. Okay. Right. Oh, come on. I have my nails done today, so I'm not using them very well, am I? Okay, so here are my tags. The video is quite long, so I'm going to stop it here and I'll show you the end product when I've cut my focal point out and place it on one of the tags. Okay, so I'll show you that at the end. But I hope you've enjoyed that. I need to say, I don't know if I did say before, but I got inspiration for these by watching Jez at Nigeza Creates. I think one of her videos a while back shows something similar to these. And I remembered that, and that's where I got the idea, the initial idea of making these jigsaw-y type tags. So yes, these are my results from doing the chaotic collage prompt. So there we go. Stay so that you can see the finished tags at the end. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope it hasn't been too long. I've sped up the unnecessary bits that you need to watch, but I thoroughly enjoy taking part. I look forward to next year. Julie and Mandy, thank you very much. If you like what you see, everyone, please like and subscribe. It always helps those YouTube algorithm thingy-majiggies. And I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.